Ever since we got the trailer for Venom 3, I've been seeing a lot of confusion on what universe Venom 3 actually takes place in. Don't worry, I got you with this theory, because what if I told you that Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse explains this perfectly and it actually makes sense? So by now, I'm pretty sure everyone is familiar with that terrible post-credit scene where Vulture shows up in Morbius' universe and doesn't make fucking sense. I wish we could send that dialogue to a different universe. And after Spider-Man No Way Home, it left us scratching our head because that's not how Doctor Strange's spell is supposed to work. Why would he be transferred into Morbius' universe if he lives in the MCU? It makes no sense. Well, what if I told you that Doctor Strange's spell has nothing to do with this? The real reason is because of Miles Morales and Into the Spider-Verse when he destroys the Super Collider. And in the post-credit scene for Into the Spider-Verse, we actually learned, thanks to our introduction to Miguel O'Hara, that this destruction of the Super Collider actually caused little ripples across the multiverse that's displacing Spider-Man villains across the multiverse. And Miguel O'Hara's job in the multiverse is to make sure it doesn't break and bring these people back home. And guess who they're fighting in the first 15 minutes of Across the Spider-Verse? But this isn't even the Vulture from Gwen's universe. She makes a note of it. This is a dude from the medieval times. Which means Vulture in every universe got flipped to a different universe. Now in the post-credit scene for Let There Be Carnage, Venom gets transported to the MCU, which we assume is Strange's spell, and then immediately gets sent somewhere else in the No Way Home post-credit scene. And don't forget, we also saw Kurt Connors, aka the Lizard, show up in the Venom The Last Dance trailer. Except this time he has both of his arms, so he's also a variant that's probably been displaced across the multiverse, adding more fuel to the fire. That also helps explain that this is not the MCU. Venom could have ended up in a completely new universe entirely, which would explain why we see Kurt Connors and him together. I mean, could it be Andrew's universe? Who knows? I mean, we don't see any other character that shows up in any of the previous Venom movies other than Detective Mulligan, who's gonna end up becoming Toxin, who you could classify as a villain that gets displaced across the multiverse too. Oh yeah, and the Miss Chen we see in the trailer, she's moving a little different. I mean, this would be a pretty great way to explain all this confusion. I mean, I did just come up with this theory thinking about it on the toilet. So Sony Pictures, hire me if you need some help. So again, remember, this has nothing to do with Doctor Strange's spell and everything to do with Miles destroying the Super Collider. And in the multiverse, anything is possible.